Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. I am Bishop Denis Madden, the Auxiliary Bishop for the Archdiocese of Baltimore. I regret that I'm not able to testify in front of you in person today, but right now I'm visiting with our Holy Father, Pope Francis, whom, as you well know, is very interested in labor, the worker, and the poor. I'd like to share with you a statement that our Holy Father made recently. He said, "Work is sacred. The workplace gives dignity to a family. When work is held hostage by the logic of profit, human life is disregarded in that sense, and the degradation of the soul contaminates everything. And the consequences, they fall most of all on the poor and on poor families. This is another burden that the poor have to carry. If they're ill, they can't stay home. If their family members are ill, they can't stay home to nurse them. This is something that is beyond what they should be suffering. I hope that you will see fit during this session to pass this very, very important bill. Thank you very much."
Good afternoon. I'm Bill McCarthy, Executive Director of Catholic Charities. And together with Bishop Madden, we wholeheartedly support the Healthy Working Families Act. As the largest private human services provider in Maryland, working with hundreds of thousands of Marylanders each year, and the employer of 2,000 people, we recognize the dignity of the worker and the importance of earned sick time. Every day, our case managers and social workers are working with people that are making that difficult choice of whether to go to work sick or to stay home with themselves being sick or their child. The impact of that decision is very devastating. It could mean the loss of the ability to pay rent, the loss of the ability to keep up with utilities, or giving up precious food for a week. In addition to the moral imperative to execute and pass earned sick time in Maryland, it really makes great business sense. I think about our business at Catholic Charities and our senior communities where we care for older Marylanders who are vulnerable. I couldn't imagine having a sick worker caring for vulnerable Marylanders and our seniors with the risk of getting them sick or starting a flu epidemic. Secondly, we found by having earned sick time, it was very good for recruiting new people to come to work at Catholic Charities because they see the value that we place in the worker. And finally, as a practical matter, people with earned sick time take better care of their health and the health of their families. That leads to better productivity at work and also less costly healthcare costs down the line because there's no longer the emergency or chronic diseases that need to be cared for that somebody who could proactively care for sick time. So please, we encourage you to pass the Healthy Maryland Workers Act this year, not waiting to next year, because it's very important for the people we are privileged to serve and all Marylanders. Thank you.